Alright, how's it going, guys? Nathan from Nathan's DIY Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the upper radiator hose on a BMW E53 with the 3.0 or E46, all models. Alright, so hopefully you can see this. I stacked a little cardboard up here to block the sun. We have a few tools here. We have a pair of cutters or dikes, depends on where you're from, how you say that. We have a straight screwdriver. You can even see that or not. We have a semi-clean rag. We have a can of our deoxit lithium grease, and we have a new upper radiator hose. Now the problem with this is the old hose isn't leaking yet, but what is going on is you can see there's a crack starting. You can see it carries on back here. And what's getting ready to happen is getting ready to blow out. So we're going to go ahead and replace this and head this off of the pass before we have a catastrophic failure. First thing we're going to do, we have a cover we got to remove, all the stuff sitting on. We're going to take our dikes, we're going to come in here and we're going to remove these pull tabs just like this. It pulls out like that. And on this particular model, there is 4 of them. There's one here, there's one right there, and there is supposed to be one right there, but it's missing. So we're going to take all 4 of those out. That's going to let us lift this whole piece off. Okay, so hopefully you can see what's going on here. We're going to set our lithium grease off to the side. We're going to set our new hose up here out of the way. We're going to get our dikes back in our hand, and we're going to go ahead and pop, if you could even see this or not, we're going to pop these off. Pop this guy here off. And once we do that, set those somewhere you're not going to lose them. We're going to lift this whole cover off. We're going to set it off to the side. Now, some of these will have a fan shroud. This one, the fan shroud was missing when we got it. On the E53 with the 3.0, you don't really have to run a fan shroud. It's not that big of a deal. So at this point in time, let's get down here. Let's do a little white balance adjustment. And we have a fitting down here, which obviously goes just like that. We have 2 fittings up here. Now, we're not going to remove the clips. We're just going to go ahead and release them. We're going to start off by doing the top ones. We're just going to pop it up like that. If the screwdriver is not too big, we're going to pop this one up. Like that. We're going to go down here, we're going to pop this one up like that. Alright, so all the clips will just be up and released. Let me make sure you can see that. Good enough. Alright. Now, I'll give you a fair warning, you're going to lose some coolant. First thing you're going to do is take a screwdriver and ever so gently remove this from the bottle. You're going to pry it back like that. You're going to see a drip start. And you're going to get in here ever so gently with this. My cardboard don't fall over. And we're just going to ever so gently work this upper hose off. And this could be a real pain in the butt to get off, so just take your time with it. Our back, we have a little bigger pry bar, and just ever so gently working at this thing, you're going to, that's nice. You're going to keep pushing on it ever so gently, and now we have it separated a little bit. Get your screwdriver in here and just keep working it. If you get too crazy with it and you snap something off, you end up needing a new radiator, and you don't want to get to that point. Put that guy down there. Here it's starting to drip, and there we go. We just pulled it off. Let me get that over out of the way. I'm going to dump that coolant out. For this case, we're outside, so it doesn't really make too much difference. There's no animals around here. It's going to lick that up. And we're going to get our microfiber. We're going to get our deoxit lithium grease, and we're going to start by going first and wiping this fitting off where the hose goes onto. Make sure it's free of any kind of grease or grime. We're going to wipe the top off like that, and we're going to wipe the little nipple off that goes on the coolant tank. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to, you can either spray lithium grease on the O-ring in here, or you can spray it on the fitting. In this case, we're going to spray it on the fittings. And maybe a little bit in here too, because it's not going to hurt. I just want to make sure it's going to slide on there quickly and correctly. And now, against popular belief, we are not going to remove those clips. We're going to leave them down just like they are. That's how we're going to know if it's snapped on. So we're just going to work it down in here like this. We'll snap it on the thermostat very last. And we're just going to, first of all, I think we'll go ahead and push a coolant bottle on. You're going to listen, you're going to hear it click. Alright, and we're going to push it on the top of the radiator. Alright, and now we're going to push it on the thermostat housing. Alright, you heard all 3 clicks. You know it's locked in. At that point in time, we can take a screwdriver. I'm about to get a bigger one. I'm going to remove this. And now we have to do a little bit of a refill procedure to get this thing top back off. Okay, so we're back. We have some green Prestone. We're going to start off by filling this thing up. Now you won't have to do the total procedure more than likely, but it's good if you know how to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this guy up, trying to spill it like that. It's all right if you do a little bit. And you're gonna fill it until it comes out the hole. Until it comes out the air bleed hole. And anytime you open the system or take anything off, you pretty much got to do the whole procedure. Once it comes out the hole, make sure all the bubbles are out of it. Yeah, this level's right there. We're going to go ahead and replace the air bleed screw. Careful not to cross thread it. Take our screwdriver. It's going to snug it up good, not get crazy with it. Now we're going to put just a little bit more in here, and we're going to go turn the key on. We're going to turn the ignition switch on, and we're going to turn the heater on. Let me grab you and we'll go show you that. Alright, so we're inside the car. We're going to go ahead and turn the ignition switch on. So everything starts running. We're going to turn, if you can even see this or not, the sun's so bright. We're going to turn this on 90 or however high it goes. Usually one side's enough. We're going to roll, the center thing where it says all the way up to 3 red bars, and that's going to turn on the secondary water pump. Okay, so once the pump's on and it pulls it down, we're going to start the car. We're running for a couple minutes. We're going to make sure it's full. We're going to put the lid back on. Tight, but not where you put it on so tight you can't get it back off. All right, so there's a couple things here. A lot of you guys in the past videos bitched at me for filling it up all the way. I want you to remember something. It isn't all the way full right now. No matter what, when you open the system like that, when you cycle the car, let it warm up, and you turn it off, let it cool off, and you go to recheck it, it's always going to be low. So when I fill it up all the way the first time, it's always low when you turn it off, let it cool off. And this system is not like an old Chevy. An old Chevy, you fill up that's an overflow tank. This is actually just a reservoir. This is under pressure. On a Chevy, if you do that, it'll overflow and run over the ground. This doesn't do that. This isn't like that. You can fill these up almost all the way full. it doesn't make any difference. The tank is so small that if you try to be a good Samaritan and you try to follow the rules and you don't fill it up all the way, what's going to happen is it's so small and so sensitive, if it gets low just a little bit, it's going to suck air and it's going to click your gauge all the way to max. That's the most common thing on these. It could be 3 or 4 inches low and not do that. Once you get over 4 inches low, you're in the danger. Now it does have, I can't open it now and show you, it does have the little checker thing that pops up. If you only fill it so it's only full enough where that comes up to the top, you're in grave danger of sucking air in and overheating it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Of course, you know, replace your plastic, put all that back where it was. It might be a good idea to keep your old hose in the back of the car for an extra, just in case you're out and something happens. This particular hose was a $18 hose from eBay. We've had pretty good luck with these. We haven't had any problems with them. This one actually has the better clamps on it. It was actually a name brand. It was actually a pretty decent one. You can't spend up to $100 per hose. Don't do that. There's no reason to do that. It's just wasting money. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and leave me a comment. We'll see you later.